what up, people? What up? It's me, L Teddy 27, Angry Teacher Chronicles, all that good shit. Here's another review. This is our review for the YouTube web series Chasing Dallas, Season 2, Episode 2. Shouts out to all my Deuce Clubs out there. Fellow Deuce Club here. Anyway, this should be quick. Just a mess. So we start off at the Houston Splash. So Reese G, the Reese G character, he's a clown. He's an entire clown. Like, put on the big shoes and the makeup. It's just a clown. I mean, I guess he already got on the makeup, but whatever. Just a clown. Anyway, Reese G lets it be known that he's now friends with Rock, because I guess you all are trying to tap into the gay porn community. I mean, the fans of gay porn by putting Rock on. But Rock is like, you like 15 years past Rock's prime. Like, Rock is like not, like when you go and watch gay porn now, you're not looking for Rock anymore. Like, he's kind of overweight now. He's got a, dad bod with the gut and everything. I mean, he's still got a big old slab of beef, but I mean, ain't nobody checking for him on gay porn no more. So the fans that he might have had 15 years ago, he ain't got them fans no more. So, yeah. I don't know how that works out. But anyway, I mean, I think he still has a porn site called Rock Boys or something like that. I think. I don't know. Last time I remember. That was a couple years ago. Anyway, so then Dior is there at Houston Splash, and he's there with his boyfriend and his gay children. And we meet this other little boy named Trey Howard. I didn't even understand why they highlighted him or let us meet him, because we only saw him for those 5 seconds and then he wasn't on the episode anymore. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be back on this series, but we didn't see him anymore. And so I didn't know why they made it a point to introduce just him, because there were other guys that were there with them. And so if you were going to introduce people, introduce all of them. I didn't understand why this Trey Howard person needed to be introduced, but whatever. Reese G then invites Dior over to Markel's game night, because Markel obviously has some big game night that they all go to. And so Reese G invited Dior over there. Now, boom, this is not your game night. This is not your residence venue or wherever it's going to be at. So how are you just ceremoniously inviting people to someone else's event? Unless that's your plus, unless you can bring a +1 maybe. I don't know. But if you're bringing a +1, wouldn't you bring this new friend you supposedly got, Rock? I don't know. Y'all help me out. Y'all been watching this show longer than I have. I don't know nothing. But you just inviting people to people out. Listen, Reese. Reese G. Looking at you, boom. You are the proverbially double parked car, because your ass is so big that when you sit down at the chair or at the bench or wherever on the couch you sit down on, you taking up 2 spots, okay? You are always double parked. So you don't get the luxury of inviting another person or having a +1. You are your own +1, okay? But you ceremoniously inviting other people over there to somebody else's event. Child, whatever. Next thing we see is Markel. We're at Markel's apartment, and Reese G comes over there so they could chit chat and talk and shoot the shit. Reese G then talks about Rock, and that's his new friend, and this, that, and the third. And Markel tried to kind of allude to the fact that him and Rock had this friendship or maybe more than that. And I was looking at Markel and I was like, I just don't believe that, Markel. Like, you're not the most attractive person in the world. And knowing who Rock was, maybe not who he is right now, but Rock at one point kind of was on people's radar. He was, he wasn't bad on the eyes. He was a porn star back then. So basically, he could have had to pick up the litter in terms of people. And I doubt that he would have been picking you, Markel. But child, whatever. You know how these people that nowadays like to attach their names to people. Whatever. Then they had some, oh God, some nonsense about Rock running for president or trying to have some political career. I mean, really. Now, if y'all ain't see right through that, I mean, I just basically thought it was some skit for his next porn scene or something like that. I really feel like that's what it was. And they tried to make it more than what it was. See it for what it is. That was his skit for his next porn scene. Okay? That bitch ain't running for nobody's president, governor, city councilman, nothing. Child, y'all help me out with this, y'all. Then they start to discuss some Guardini, whatever character again that I don't know. I ain't trying to know him. I really could care less who this Guardini person is, but whatever. They're discussing him. I don't want to discuss him. I don't know who he is. I ain't trying to know who he is. Anyway, they were at George's apartment. Now, George is there with his best friend or his friend Duran. And they were going back and forth about, just doing what best friends do, talking about this, that, and the third. Then he talked about, oh, if I want to, I invite you over and we can get in my king size bed. Did you really need to let us know that you have a king size bed? I mean, I imagine that you did have one because you are a little plump as well, too. I mean, you definitely ain't gonna have no twin bed or no full size bed. I doubt that you gonna even have a queen size bed, because even in a queen size bed, honey, you baby, if you turn over on that queen size bed, honey, you gonna be on the floor, big as you is. So girl, you probably got a king size, probably a super king size bed. But child, that's a whole nother story. But we really didn't need to know that, because I would imagine outside of you paying people, there's not a whole lot of people visiting that king size bed. But whatever, moving on. I mean, you got a king size bed because you fat, bitch. Because you fat. I mean, shut up, L. Teddy. Just shut up. Then Markel calls and he's talking, I think he was talking about the game night or whatever. But then, okay, so last episode, you were making this whole thing about how you and Markel were such great friends. If that's your friend, your dog, your good Judy like that, why were you shading him like that? Like you was like, oh, I bet you he have his little book spread out over everywhere. Like, that was real shit. I didn't like that. And I really don't like, y'all see how I'm scratching myself? Because every time he comes on screen, he makes me itch in places that should not be itching. Anyway, but I just didn't like that part. Then we saw Ariel O'Hara at her house, and her sister Lana O'Hara comes over for her to help to go over some dress she want her to make for her. Child, they talked about a whole bunch of stuff that I did not care about. Baby, I fast forwarded through this scene because I wasn't here for her. Moving on. King Kane and Trey meet up for food and drinks and stuff like that. Baby, when I tell you they were reading George down, when I tell you they called him Bishop Eddie Long, and I was like, oh, that's wrong. But when a fucking King Kane took me out, when he said, now why he got on these church clothes, these pastor clothes all the time, with them good Birkenstocks on with them. Baby, and they showed the picture of him with them Birkenstocks on. Oh, God, I had to pause it for a second. Because Lord knows I laughed about them goddamn Birkenstocks, honey, baby. Baby, they clowned the old girl about them church clothes and them Birkenstocks he had on. Baby, I was dying. And then I was like, and you know, so Trey was like pulling out all his receipts about how George was lying about not knowing him and how George was in his DM all these years or whatever. Honey. He claimed it was all these years that he went right back to 2019, which I imagine was maybe a month or so before they taped. Because if this is coming on now, I imagine they taped this maybe a couple months ago. So, and the receipt that he showed was from a couple months ago. Girl, fall back, Trey. Anyway, I mean, not that they weren't receipts, but you tried to make it like y'all, like he been in your DMs for like 5 or 6 years or something like that. Girl, fall back. And then Trey, girl, I mean, every time you was in that confessional, you had a new drink. How many Four Locos was you drinking or whatever you was drinking? Arizona iced teas or whatever you was drinking out the can, honey. Girl, we don't do that. Real girls do real things. Real girls do real things. And no, Missy, I am a lady, in the immortal words of one Miss Yvette from my favorite movie in the world, Clue. I am a lady. And real girls do real things. We don't drink and put straws in cans. Honey, baby, real girls do real things. We drink out of glass and we have metal straws, not the plastic. Shouts out to the metal straw gang. Y'all know me, I'm always drinking out of glass. Always with the metal straw. Real girls do real things. Anyway, then, cause I really wanted to know how many, I mean, child, whatever, but he was drinking them Four Locos or Arizona iced teas. Then we went over to the game night. They had Markel's game night and people started coming over. Reese G came with Rock and George was there and King Kane was there and Dior was there and the whole cast was there. Now I couldn't focus because when George started to come at King Kane talk about, oh, you owe me an apology, I was like, apology? Child, if y'all follow my channel and y'all follow me back when I was on the Gentleman's Panel, y'all know me where somebody say I owed him an apology from back when Simply Trey came on the Gentleman's Panel, tried to say I owed him an apology, and that shit went left. Y'all saw how it went left on him. Baby, you don't go somewhere telling somebody they owe you an apology. Either you get that apology or you don't get none. But you don't tell nobody they owe you an apology, baby. Baby, and King Kane was not here for it. But I swear to y'all, this George character makes my nuts itch. Okay, my nuts are itching right now. Let me scratch them because I am talking about George. And what was that shirt he had on? Like this Hawaiian floral red and white shirt or whatever. That shit was ugly as fuck. I was like, girl, those colors against your skin. Girl, that George is a mess. Just a complete and utter mess. Just a damn mess. A damn mess. And they went off right there. The ending of the episode was very anticlimactic. Like, they tried to do this thing where, to be continued. But, child, it didn't work, honey. It was very anticlimactic. And I was like, child, I guess I got to suffer through this again next week, honey. We'll see how it goes, honey. That was Chasing Dallas, y'all. This is only for my girls, Really BTV and Ebby Reviews, who are asking me to review this, and I'm fighting through it, y'all. That was season 2, episode 2 of Chasing Dallas. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.